Selah here again. I'm back for part 2 for episode 11 about Selah and the Spades. I forgot to discuss my most favorite thing about it. I had to practice this video so long and then I forgot the most important thing. Teresa Poe was very adamant that when she made it from the perspective that she wanted to really depict complicated friendships and even toxic friendships. And because she was like, I don't remember all the people I dated in high school, but I remember every friendship heartbreak that I went through. And you can really see that when at one point, like whether or not whatever way Paloma is interested in Selah, she does try to drive a wedge between Selah and Maxi. And even though Maxi is like, okay, you're very new, we have a lifelong friendship, that you can, he's always gonna come back to me as a friend, no matter what we are going through right now in our friendship, and no matter what you think, you can, like, he's acting like that you can come between our friendship, that it's so strong. And then in the scene where Selah comes out at arrow ace, essentially, to Paloma, she makes the point that like she always sees girls crying in bathrooms, so she's like, why would I put myself in the position to cry in bathrooms over like some boy or some girl, like a romantic relationship? Why would I put myself through that? And there's an interesting, I'm not sure parallel is quite the right term, but once Maxi has gotten a girlfriend and he is starting to mess up, and like, yeah, Paloma is also contributing to that rift. Maxi's own actions are also contributing to that. So Maxi and Selah have this fight, and they essentially like friend breakup. Selah's like, okay, so it's just business, like whatever, you're not part of the Spades anymore. And essentially is also almost ending their friendship, or at least putting it on pause. And then we are shown that she's like trying to act like, okay, this is normal, like I'm okay, everything's good. Although like everybody, we hear people saying what's wrong with her, but we see her when Selah finds her way back to her dorm room, and she just starts crying. And I really enjoyed this showing that friendship can also break your heart. Romance isn't the only one that has the power to do that. So like, no, she's not crying because Maxi has a girlfriend or anything like that. She's crying because like her best friend is choosing that girlfriend over her, and it's fucking things up for them in their business and with everything. And especially because Maxi says something really interesting that I'm hoping I'm not butchering because it's kind of complicated. You're jealous of anyone that can give someone else something that you can't. That's paraphrase, but basically what he's saying, that like, because like even if we don't know if Selah is as out to Maxi as she is to Paloma, you would think so, because they have a long friendship, and like she hasn't dated anyone or shown any interest in that. So like Maxi knows that Selah isn't interested in that, and Selah doesn't want that. So Selah, like, even though Selah can dress like in like I said, in the, like she has dressed like a cheerleader and tight shirt and short skirt and all that, but she is not interested in giving anyone sex or romance or anything like that. And so for Maxi to essentially throw that in her face, like, okay, like I get romance and possibly sex from Nuri, my girlfriend, and you can't give me that, and you're jealous of that. And I think that was like a really insightful thing to point to add, put into the movie, even if it's subtextual, because then Maxi started like making other points of what other people can give that Selah can't, and doesn't bring up sex and romance, because like that's not what their relationship is about. But it's still subtext of it, or you can read the subtext into it, because Selah is arrow ace. So yeah, I really enjoyed the way that the movie really delves into friendships and jealousy within friendships, and complicated jealousy and envy and all that complicated feelings within a relationship, within a friendship, without making it romantic or acting like there is necessarily a romantic or sexual interest involved, even though at some point Paloma does make the point that when they're talking about Tila, the girl who left it at sophomore year, that Tila is like, oh, she was kind of obsessed with me. I don't really know what Tila's like. I don't not see. Tila clearly wanted something from me, but I'm not really sure what it was. And then Paloma makes the point, like when you don't know if you're in love with someone or you want to be them. And like, yeah, that might be how Paloma feels about Selah, and that somewhat affects the relationship. But what is the main point is that they have friendship. They are complicated, kind of toxic friendship. And actually, it makes sense that I talk about this separately, because that's a very interesting theme that it's actually good to isolate from the discussion of the movie as a whole. So. And I do think that this movie deserves 2 videos, even though this was an accident. I didn't mean to do this. So again, I really love this movie, and I like talking about it, and I'm very, very highly recommend it. And Selah. Bye again.